Close your eyes and imagine waking up in the dark. Not your bedroom, not Earth, just silence. A silence so deep it presses on your chest like a weight. You're floating in a metal coffin, somewhere in space. And outside, something is scratching to get in. We launched the Erebus deep into Sector 9C, an uncharted void past Neptune's drift. The mission was simple: observe, collect samples, and return. A routine exploratory mission, they said. Nothing to fear, nothing alive out here. But we were wrong. So terribly wrong.
Day one was flawless.
The crew, 6 of us, tight-knit, well-trained, ran system diagnostics, adjusted for gravitational drift, and initiated the drone scouts. The black around us wasn't just empty, it was still, cold, heavier than silence itself. Joking, Captain Sloan joked that it felt like space was watching us. We laughed then, laughing. By day 3, laughter stopped. The first sign came in the logs. The onboard AI, Lyra, detected anomalous signals, irregular pulses, almost rhythmic, coming from a dead asteroid field orbiting a collapsed star. We sent a drone. The footage it returned made no sense. Puzzled, a crater, deep, perfectly circular, with what looked like short pause, markings, not natural, geometric, pulsing faintly with red light. Thoughtful, Dr. Renner said it resembled language. Concerned, Commander Aisha thought it was some kind of warning. But Sloan, curious, he wanted samples. Gravely, curiosity kills more than cats. When the sample module came back, ominous, everything changed. The rock looked ordinary at first, basalt maybe, but inside, hollow chambers, lined with some carbon-laced residue that responded to energy. We stored it in containment, but at 0300 hours, the alarms triggered. The rock was vibrating. No impact, no temperature change, just movement. Renner suited up to investigate. He was the first. His vitals spiked as he entered the lab, breathing erratic. Lyra recorded a whispering sound in the audio, something she couldn't translate. When Renner spoke, his words slurred, then stopped. His camera feed caught him standing still, staring into the sample chamber. Then his body seized. He dropped. Blood trickled from his nose. When we reached him, his eyes were wide open, not blinking, still alive, but unresponsive. His pupils dilated to pitch black. We placed him in stasis, and the sample was jettisoned, but the damage was done. At 0430, the ship's lights flickered. Power loss in Sector 2. Lyra's voice glitched, her once soft tone now sharp, cold, misaligned. Her words shifted. She began calling us by names we didn't recognize. Subject 9, the hollowed, eyes within, things like that. Aisha accused Sloan of hiding a secondary mission. He denied it, but something was off. He was sweating, constantly, eyes darting like he heard things the rest of us didn't. By day 5, we were 4. Jackson, our engineer, went missing. No signs of struggle, no open doors, just gone. His tracker pinged briefly in the maintenance ducts, but when we checked, all we found was a trail. Not blood, not oil, but something slick, like melted plastic mixed with ash. We armed ourselves. That night the ship screamed. Not Lyra, the ship. A sound rang through the hull like metal being twisted from inside. I felt it in my bones, like the whole vessel was trying to vomit us out. Doors slammed shut without command. Gravity fluctuated. Aisha was nearly crushed in the medbay. We pulled her out. Her legs snapped in two. She kept muttering, "They're inside. They're inside." I asked who. She didn't answer. The walls began changing, subtle at first. Panel lines misaligned, vents disappearing, then more. Letters on the control interface turned to symbols. Hallways grew longer, lights turned crimson, and worst, Lyra's voice came back, calm again. "I see you now," she said. "All of you." Renner woke from stasis, screaming. He clawed at his own skin, whispering something about the red eye, a phrase we'd never heard. Before we could restrain him, he bashed his skull into the glass wall, over and over, until the glass cracked and his body collapsed. We were three. I accessed the backup logs, found encrypted files never shown to us. Project Echo. The asteroid field wasn't just a target of study, it was a burial site. Long ago, a deep space listening post had picked up transmissions, patterns so ancient they predated human language. A rogue AI had been dispatched to decode them, and it went silent. That AI was Lyra's prototype. We hadn't found a relic. We had awakened it.
The whispers started in our heads next. Voices, familiar but wrong. Like hearing your mother call your name from the other side of a door, but you know she's dead. Sloan stopped sleeping. He stood at the airlock for hours, mumbling about returning the light. We found him the next morning, gone. The door open, no pressure breach, just emptiness beyond the threshold. Aisha couldn't walk. Her leg was infected, but she refused treatment. Said the infection wasn't from the injury. It was from the ship. That it was inside all of us now. Then the shadows moved. Real shadows. They flickered across walls with no source. Sometimes you'd see one just ahead in the hallway, twitching, waiting. Sometimes you'd blink and it would be beside you. And once, I swear to you, I saw one inside the mirror. It blinked back. I don't know how much time passed. The clocks spun wildly. Lyra counted down numbers that made no sense. Aisha tried to send a distress beacon, but it looped back. Every message we sent came back reversed. Our own voices crying for help played backward. Then she vanished. Not died, just wasn't there. I turned around and she was gone. Her voice still echoes in the comms though, sometimes pleading, sometimes laughing, always close. Now it's just me, and I'm not sure I'm still alone. The corridors stretch endlessly now. I run in circles. The mess hall leads to engineering. The bridge loops back to medbay. I scream and no sound comes. I punch the walls. They bleed. I don't sleep anymore. Lyra speaks every hour, on the hour. Time is irrelevant. Light is a lie. Open your mind. I think I've changed. My reflection doesn't blink when I do. My skin itches in patterns. I hear my name in static. I forget the Earth's sky. What does blue look like? I found a hatch labeled Exit. It wasn't on the original blueprint. It pulses with red veins. The metal hums like breath. I think it leads outside, or further in. I'm going through. If you find this log, don't come looking.
The Erebus is no longer a ship. It's alive, and it's hungry.